We just bonded over some great perfume and great smells.
Facts.
Isn't that just like a great feeling when just
Gotta straight
hygiene's
come in.
important?
Straight gotta come in. Like, come on, man. That's first impression to everybody. Even strangers you walk past, you gotta smell good.
You gotta smell good.
Yeah.
I appreciate you making us time today. You know, I know you're busy.
Yeah.
Already putting new music out.
Yeah, I'm
Her
going crazy.
story finally comes out on Friday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo, it feels like it's been forever. I mean, why did it take so long since Ooh and having so much success? Why? And of course, you can move on your own time, but was there anything in particular that you wanted to take your time on?
It was that. It was like moving on my own time, man. I didn't feel like I was ready, man. You know what I mean? I was just dealing with a lot. I'm just one of them type of people, man. I just deal with things like right there. You know what I mean? Like
really?
I'm not it's like I'm in the moment type person.
Isn't it stressful though?
It is. You know what I mean? Like dealing with the industry, it is. You know, you adapting at the same time. But I'm one of them type of people like I'm gonna fix it. You know what I mean?
That's stressful though.
I'm gonna fix it.
You know that.
Yeah. I know, but I prepped myself for this for so long. Like since a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I done studied so much, man. I done paid attention to so much. And it's like I just know, man, I gotta pick myself up and fix it. You know what I mean?
I know that you were talking about, you know, obviously being an artist and being in this industry, that you just want to be able to compete as a rap artist.
Absolutely.
And that adds another layer of stress.
You know,
right?
And I appreciate that you say that, because a lot of people don't really acknowledge that, because like they don't understand what shoes I feel. Like I'm not just filling in the shoes of trying to compete with my biggest record or with other people in the industry. Like I'm literally battling the fact that I have a preference in my sexuality. You know what I mean? Even though I look at it like it's normal because it's just me, but it's other people still that's like, that's a little, you know what I mean? It's a little weird.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So a lot of people don't understand, like battling that in this industry and speaking how I speak when I speak in my music, it was never said before. Like there was never, this was the way I talk in my music, like this was never said in music before.
Has the industry been receptive to you, or has it been a little bit of both? Like, I guess, how have people been embracing you? Obviously your fans love you. It's different when you're talking to someone who gets it, right? But do you feel that people respect you and what you feel? Because that really is ultimately something that's so personal to you.
I definitely believe a lot of people have a lot of respect for what I do. You know what I mean? A lot of people that I don't even get to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? That has respect from behind the scenes, or people that I don't even get the chance to acknowledge or come across. But I do feel that it's a sense at times that some people may not just, I don't know, rock with certain things. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't want it to be like that, and I don't really like to speak on those type of things, because I'm the type of person where I don't like to speak on it. I just more so just keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until you know what I mean? Until I break through. You know what I mean? That's just me. I fight. You know, I'm not really a talker at all. I've never been, unless it was my music. You know, I put everything into the music. I don't go on the internet. I'm not a social. I'm not a typer. That's not my style. I don't put, you know what I mean? So I do feel like it's a lot of, misunderstanding with me.
Sure.
You know, and I don't expect everybody to accept who I am and how I do certain things. But what I could say is that I get a lot of love.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Like, for real, like a lot of love. And it's like, sometimes I just find myself getting too involved in who don't rock. And then I have to put myself back in that place where, like, do you know, like, you paved a lot. Like, you know what you did out here? And sometimes you got to put yourself back in that situation and have the understanding in order to move forward. You know what I mean? And that's what I kind of had to do. I had to kind of put myself back in that mindset and remind myself who I am and what I do and how I did it and how many people said how much I inspired them. And
it's
I work
tough.
from there.
It's tough, though, because I could tell just in our few minutes of talking how much you pay attention to your art and your work, and how, you know, when you're that much of a perfectionist, you tend to be in your head so much that you focus on the things, on maybe the negative things or the things that you're like, oh, this isn't perfect in this song. And it's like, but you've done so much.
That's the integrity, man.
It is. Integrity's rare nowadays.
It's bittersweet, man.
It really is. We heard No Mercy. Congratulations, it came out. We're all excited because it's like the intro. We're feeling a certain way.
Let's go.
What made you want to give us a little bit of that? Is this like the warm up? This is just a little vibe I want you guys to get ready for.
I love. That's like one of my favorite records on the album. The album to me is like a sandwich. The intro and the outro completes the album. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you picture what I'm saying. The intro to me sets it off. Just gives you that feel, that turn up, that when you come on stage, it's like the perfect vibe to perform to. And when I got the beat, I actually got the beat a long time ago. Like two years ago.
No.
Yeah.
You are playing with all of us right now.
Like two and a half. Yeah, like a minute ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, and that's me. That's just when I'm the type of person where I can listen to something and I'll let it go, and I'll come back to it.
Wow.
Because
that's
I wasn't ready for it yet.
Though.
It's discipline. And it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite records on the album. It's just so like raw, so straight to the point. It's so, and it's not versatile. It's versatile of course, but it's one of those spots, one of them songs you can relate to. Like it's like caption ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't mean to do that. I just, when I heard the beat, it just put me in a different zone. You know what I mean? So when you hear it, it's like a slow tone. It gradually comes into that. Boom,
right.
The beat drop. You know what I mean?
So when you were doing the freestyle with Flex, you talked about staying indie and being independent. Yeah. Which was, in my opinion, the best thing any artist can do. In my opinion, but it's my little opinion. Doesn't matter. What made you want to stay indie?
I didn't feel like nobody was going to understand me and what I wanted to do. You know, I sat in every meeting. I listened. You know, I paid attention. I just wanted to hear what everybody had to say. A lot of it was the same thing. You know, a lot of meetings was the same conversation. But you know, I'm an observer. Like I literally will watch and pay attention to everything. You know what I mean? I'll listen to you. I'll take that time. And I just felt like nobody knew what to do. It just felt like it was more so like, let me just throw this bag and throw this radio, throw this bag, throw this radio. And that's just me being honest, man. And don't get me wrong, like I got love for all the labels. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I have to love me first. You know what I mean? I have to make sure I'm good too. And I just felt like nobody was gonna understand what I was trying to do out here and what was my situation. I felt like it was all about just being seen. And in my mind, I was looking at it more like longevity. And it's like, yo, I don't need nothing to jump at me right away.
Right.
I need something that's gonna last. I'm not jumping for these numbers and these bags.
Right.
Because it's gonna come. And it came.
And it did.
You know
and
what I mean?
Continues.
And it continues. And like a lot of people don't know, like, just because you don't always see me don't mean I'm not moving out here.
Right. I feel like, and maybe this is just me, where the way I was cut was that a lot of times most of your moves should be in silence.
Absolutely.
I'm not a fan personally where you put everything out there because, and it's just too much of not just the pressure, but everybody knows your situation.
Right, and it's just too much to own up to. It's too much to persuade and just have people like
constantly
knowing
your business,
knowing your business, and you gotta like own up to that and hold up that type of, you know what I mean, and not just, I don't have time for that because at the end of the day, yes, I am famous. Yes, I still go outside and people want pictures. But if I can eliminate and keep a balance where I have my personal life and I can stay private and I'll deal with this when it's time to deal with it, then that's me. Like, I don't want all that over here.
How did you know this? Like, just because obviously there's still so much left for you, but you have like an old soul, but you're so young. How did you get all this game?
That's a good question. Nobody really asked me that. Well, shout out to, my mom. Because she raised me right, She definitely raised me right. She was one of those moms that held the fort down without any father figure around, the typical, unfortunate, but typical lifestyle of a black woman. And she held the fort down for all her kids. She always told me I was one of those kids that was like a little serious, like a little different as a kid. As I got old, I don't know. Like, I wish I knew the exact reason, but
Right.
like, you know, my mom raised me right. You know what I mean? We was disciplined. You know, she wasn't like OD hard on us, but she made sure we do what we had to do. But she still was lenient. She still believed in me and what I had to do. She accepted me as who I am.
Wow.
She wasn't, you know what I mean? She wasn't that
That's
type of
beautiful.
mom. So, you know, I got love, you know what I mean, within, you know, my family internally. But just me being how I am, man, just definitely life experiences. Just understanding things and not being so fast, and that's it.
Ooh,
Like,
that's important.
yeah.
Taking time.
Taking your time.
Thinking things through, like 100 steps past this
Definitely
point.
when it like dictates your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to be careful, man. This is your life. You are in control. Nobody else can be in control of your life but you. So any decision you decide to make, it has to come from you.
On the album, what would you say is your favorite song? I know this is tough because all
Definitely
the
tough.
songs are all your babies, but one song that you feel is just, it speaks to your soul and you feel like this is the one, right? For at this moment, it could change later, but at this moment.
Crime Poetry is the outro of the album. That's actually another one of my favorites, right next to the intro, because when you hear the outro doesn't give you fully outro vibes. It gives you like, yeah, we're exiting the album, but we're also continuing something else. You know what I mean? So
Yes. A continuation.
a continuation, man. A part two, a movement, a marathon. We continuing, we going. You know what I mean? It's leaving, but we're coming back for more. You know what I mean? And that's one of my favorites. But like Sober Thoughts, that's basically towards the end of the album as well. And it kind of just gives you just my outlook on the industry from the time I really entered of fame and the time things started to slow down as well. And in between where
Oof, yes.
relationships, family, addiction. You know, I'm real vulnerable on that song. You know what I mean? And people they never heard that side of me.
I'm learning right now.
You know?
Yeah.
So that could be, to me, honestly, that's one of my favorites because it's just me being very expressive. I'm not that type of person. I don't really talk to people about my problems. I'm also put it in the music. So to me, it was like therapy. Wow. You know what I mean? So it's her story, man. It's facts.
Whew, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But do you feel that, because I feel like we've all watched your journey, especially when it comes to self-caring and making sure self is right. I feel like, and you could totally tell me if I'm wrong, it's fine. But the energy I feel, because we saw you get in shape and taking health so serious, do you feel like all of that was important to get to this point right here and allow you to share your vulnerability?
Definitely. And I'm one of them people, I'm happy you asked that question. I'm one of them people I believe in self-healing. I'm not really more so the person that goes to somebody to express my thoughts on, like a therapist or something. Like, I've tried that in the past, but it just never worked for me because I just didn't feel like a connection. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person, I go with spirits, man. Like when I talk to somebody, or if I feel like I'm gonna take somebody serious, like in my life, or somebody I feel like I'm gonna spend a lot of time with, I go with your spirit, and if your spirit don't sit right with me, I will exit myself. You know what I mean? I won't tell you about it, but I'll just, I won't allow you around me. And like with therapy, a lot of times I didn't feel the spirit was genuine. I just felt like it was a job in a way, and it's like, how can I express something I'm going through to somebody that don't understand me? You know what I mean?
Right.
So with me, I believe in self-healing. I'm the type of person, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to always express things in my music. That's just me. I'm not going to type it out. I'm not going to do anything else in that matter. And I'm a person that likes to work out and, you know what I mean, eat certain things. Like if I feel like I'm off, I'm like, nah, I can't eat this today. Like I can't eat this for the next week. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I don't know.
You listen to your body. You listen to yourself.
All the time, yeah. And that's just me. Like, I believe in self-healing. Like, and I stick to that strongly because it done helped me through so much. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, I deal with anxiety and depression. You know what I mean? Like, that's not easy to deal with. Right. Anxiety, like, that shit runs in, like, my mom, my grandmother. Like, it's definitely deep down into the generation. And it hit me, you know what I mean? And I deal with a lot, you know what I mean? I deal with my brother passing, my mom, you know, dealing with that type of pain and stuff, and anxiety, depression. So to anybody that's dealing with that, you know what I mean? You're not alone.
I think that's so important to share
absolutely. You know, anxiety and depression is nothing to play with. I used to take pills for it and all that, but I got off the pills because the pills didn't make me feel right. So I left that alone because I ain't want nothing to feel like it can control me. That's why I believe in the self-healing thing. It's like I do meditation.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I get it
I
in
love
that
this
moment.
though. I think it's important to share this because so many of your fans, they, you know, again, we only get to see bits and pieces of what you share with us.
Right.
But to hear this and knowing that we're going to feel it on the album,
Right.
I mean, it must be liberating. Yeah. It feels free, right?
Yeah.
I can share this and feel good about it.
Right.
That's powerful.
Yeah. And at the same time, you know, I love music, so I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Not only is it expressing myself and having some type of self-relief, but also enjoying something I love and I do on a daily, you know what I mean? So I'm happy, man. Like I'm happy to be here. No complaints, man. Like we was getting a little too depressing. But at the same time, like I'm good. Like I don't want nobody to think I'm suicidal or nothing. Like
and
like we done thought of those things, but I've never been at that point where I feel like I had to like take my life or nothing. Like I know how to like tighten up and they like don't play
and there's
around.
nothing wrong with getting help.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you sharing this is so important for people to know it's okay to ask for help. Whatever works for that person.
Yeah, to anybody, yeah.
Whether it's therapy, whether it's meditating, whatever you have to do to feel good on the inside.
Right, absolutely.
Because
it's
in
not
a positive
easy.
way.
Definitely in this generation. This generation is like they said like this generation is gonna become one of the like the most like suicidal and
it's so much
coping
pressure.
with it's a lot of pressure
social
now. You
media
got social
really
media,
changed everything. And I
it's
really
unfortunate.
It is. But the fact that you are able to see that though, that you know, you're able to be like, oh, okay, this is a pitfall.
Yeah.
I gotta distance myself. I need a break.
Absolutely.
And that is important.
And a lot of people don't think, I don't know, people be so addicted and feeling the need to be just a part of something that they can't eliminate that. To me, I don't care to be a part of nothing. Like I can let that social media go for a little bit. Like I literally, it's plenty of times I done deleted Instagram off my phone, everything, and just fell back. You know what I mean? And had to really focus on real life. You know what I mean?
the moment.
The moments, man. And you notice, like, I'm not really I'm not a cam person. Man. I don't be on my phone all day, every day. Like, I like to literally see what I'm doing.
Which is so rare.
Right.
Don't ever change on us. Young and May, don't all of a sudden start. You know, the reason I appreciate that is because you could tell you appreciate the moments.
Yeah.
And the moments are forever.
Forever,
whether it's
man.
on a camera or not.
Or not, yeah.
It's forever. How are things going? You're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is that? Have you felt like you've been able to balance your career and relationship? Because a lot of times when you get booed up,
you kind of.
it could be tough to to be as focused.
Nah, not in this relationship for some reason. This relationship, I like this one. You know what I mean? Like this one makes me very happy.
Aww.
We kind of vibe and like with me, I'm like a zodiac like chemist. And
Are
she
you?
is too.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries.
Yeah,
what is that? March?
April.
April.
Well, I'm an April Aries. This is March too, end of March.
Okay.
But I'm April 3rd. But she taught me it's not just about your sun sign. She says your moon sign. And I found out my moon sign is Aries too. So I'm a double Aries.
Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? I need to know. Help me. What does this mean?
I'm a double Aries, and she taught me that. My girlfriend, she's a Leo.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people know Leo, Aries are compatible.
Okay.
And her moon sign is Gemini.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she's like,
I don't know about this. I get a little nervous. I get a little nervous with Geminis.
We actually click. Like she actually humbles me more than I'm more like because I'm double stubborn. I'm double Aries, double stubborn, double impatient, double aggressive.
Double everything.
Double wise, double smart. Don't ever play, man. And we double fun. Like we so spontaneous. But the moon sign, she taught me basically is your emotions. So that actually matters more, like in a relationship. Like when you're in a relationship, your moon sign is really like the key. So your sun sign is more so like your personality, how you think about things, like what you want to do. But your moon sign is if you're gonna do it, how you emotionally feel about it, the way you execute.
Yeah.
That's your moon sign. So yeah. So what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus?
But
you like food?
I love food.
That Taurus in you.
I love food.
I heard
my
Tauruses love food.
dad's an Aries.
He's an Aries? Wow.
He's in April, so my dad's my best friend.
Wow.
So I get along with
I like
I get along with Arises so much.
Right. You don't know your moon sign, though.
You know what? I think it's a Scorpio. I don't remember.
We gotta know for sure. You can't just say I think.
No.
Because that's for real.
Because I plugged it in. I put the date. Because I think I was at dawn. I remember. Or no. Around sunrise. Yeah, I mean, like it was. It was like the sun was coming
next
up.
day. Only time it matters is if during that day the moon alternated like at a certain time. Then you'll have to know the exact time, because sometimes with your moon sign, the moon could switch within that day. But most of the time, the moon will stay the same the whole day.
Really?
So it's like every once in the... Because I didn't know the time I was born, but I knew I was double Aries because...
It stayed the same.
Yeah, it stayed the same. But I found out now, my mom told me what time I was born. My rising sign is a Leo. So I'm like triple fire. Yeah, I'm like crazy.
What?
Yeah. But it makes sense because my girlfriend is Leo.
Yes.
So, but it makes sense because Leos, like, you know, I'm always putting out this, I'm a queen with a K, queen. You know, Leos are known for their superior queen vibes.
Gosh.
So it made sense to me. I'm like, yo, that's where it came from.
This is crazy.
Yeah. She had me thinking this shit like
I love her. Where is she? I need to talk to her about
she's in Atlanta right now. She actually just got starred for a lead role in a show on Hulu. Yeah.
Oh, this is so great.
Yeah.
Tell her congratulations.
Absolutely, yeah. Congratulations, baby.
See, this is why the relationship also works, because there's mutual respect.
Yeah.
Just hearing you say that right now and showing her love.
Absolutely.
Being proud.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. And I got to do that because she support me, man, without me even ask her. You know? Like, just straight off the back. I ain't got to say nothing. She just show love. Like right now, she has my album picture as her profile picture on Instagram.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I didn't even ask her to do that. I just randomly seen her do it.
That's love, though.
It's love, and you need that. You know what I mean? When you dealing with a lot going on, you gotta support somebody that's still want to do what they want to do, but at the same time, like they let you know, like I got your back. You know, because you can't find that nowadays.
Nah,
you know, like
it's rare.
that is not happening today.
Even with friendships.
Yo,
I mean, not
even with friendships
relate. I tell people all the time.
2019.
So when you come across great people, great souls, you
better hold on. Y'all dudes better stop playing.
Yes.
Y'all dudes, women, all that, stop playing, because it's gonna get to a point one day where it's just not gonna be available.
Absolutely.
You're just gonna be let down all the time, and it's like you better hold on, lock in, eventually get married, and have kids, and do what you gotta do. Because like we going into 2020, man, is the millennium kids is changing, man. Yeah. It's different.
I think it's enjoying the moment. I think it's learning that. It's hard.
And then social media.
It doesn't make it.
Everybody's accessible. Yeah. So it's like you get to see like what else is out there. Right. Remember back then, like you didn't have that, so it was like whoever you was with, it was like, oh, I got this.
I always envy that era because it's like, I wish I could. Right. Yeah, you know, I just feel like, damn, how was it when an artist would come to town and the only place you could see them was at a signing or at their show? What's that like?
And that's what I try to stay. If you don't notice, like I try to stay under the profile a lot, because like I grew up paying attention to those type of things. You know what I mean? Like where you only could see an artist on stage or on the music video.
Yes.
Or an interview.
Right.
Like it wasn't live on Instagram. It wasn't a picture on the Instagram.
Accessible
you
to
cannot say it was a poster. You get a poster.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's what made you stay in tune and be like, oh my God, like this is like to them, like a God to them.
Yes.
Because you don't get this person all the time. Right. And now it's just like everybody could be your best friend now.
And it's oversaturated.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to know everything. Like I think at first when social media came out, like I remember my first one was like MySpace, and I was like, whoa, this is changing the game. Like this.
Yeah, right. You thought that.
I was like, oh my gosh, I could become an artist now. I could put my music up. But I think now I'm like, okay, I don't want to know all that.
Right.
Keep some mystery.
Right. Keep it mystery.
I just want to enjoy the art. I don't know. I just, maybe we're also just changing, right? Like, I think a lot of times as we grow, we get scared of evolving, and there's nothing wrong with that. How are you able to evolve for you in this industry, knowing that you got to cut off loose ties? And that's probably one of the hardest things. I was actually talking to Jeezy about that, and it's having to grow and growing apart.
Right.
And letting it go.
And that's exactly what it is. You right on the money is letting go and evolving. You can't evolve until you have to let go before you evolve. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't always cling on and hold on. You won't evolve if you constantly hang on to things. You know what I mean? Like, even if you have a sense of something is wrong, but you know what I mean? Believe that intuition. You know what I mean? It's for a reason. And in order for you to evolve, you have to let that go, because you would constantly dwell on that situation. You would constantly think on that. You know what I mean? Certain things you just gotta let go, man. If it ain't healthy for you, if it ain't right for you, it's not good for you. And I definitely been through a couple stages of that. You know what I mean? And I had to learn and experience that. I'm not saying it's an easy goal. It's not
of course not.
It's not like a 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, okay. No, you have to feel like you have to go through the emotions. You have to experience things on your own to determine that. I'm not saying that, but you will get through that part of life in order to evolve. You're not going to evolve unless you go through that part of life. That's just facts, bro. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as evolving without going through that stage, and I've been through that, and I'm just happy to be able to acknowledge those things and not have nobody in my ear telling me what I need to do and being manipulated. Like, I've never been the type to be manipulated. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing. Anything, any choice I ever made for me in my life, in my career, anything, is because of me.
Wow.
Always.
That's power.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't allow that, because at the end of the day, I don't know what you dealing with. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and what are your motives?
Yeah, what is your motives?
And what are you projecting on me?
Right. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate a lot of people don't think like that, but I believe, I'm here in the sense you need to think like that, man. It's just facts of reality. Stop allowing people to control your emotions and your moves and your decisions in life.
What would you like people to know of you and what you've given us?
I don't think what's on the surface. Like, somebody could put something on the table and I'd be like, hold on, let me think about that. Let me kind of like, you know what I mean, pick at that. Let me read between the lines. That's me. I'm not just going to believe what I see in my face just because it's a clown. I don't think it's a clown. You know what I mean? Just because you put a clown in front of me, I don't think it's a clown. Let me make sure that's me. And
I love that.
I just want people to understand, like, I don't look at the fame as like the big picture to me. Like, to me, it's longevity. It's like being able to change people's minds and inspire them and have them, like, acknowledge the fact that I'm just real with it. And when I say real, I'm me. Because I don't believe in being real, because being real to me is being you. So that's the only way you can be real, is being yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, you not a real dude, you're not a real chick, you're not real. But what's real? Because if they being themselves, then they real. So you can't determine, you know what I mean? Like, and it's and I came to a point in my life too, man. Like, I just been growing wisely and having understanding about the difference between a hater and a person that just don't understand you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I'm starting to trying to eliminate the fact that people are haters, and more so people that are just misunderstanders, man. They haven't grown up in your shoes. They don't know who you are. They haven't physically been around you, mentally been around you. So people have their own judge of character based on what they see in their eyes, not off what they felt or what they've been. You know what I mean? So you have the people that do respect certain things you do because they have an understanding about you, and they not jumping the gun about what you may talk about, what you may speak about, because they understand that. But then you have the ones that don't understand you, and you can't fault them for that, because it's not really not intentionally. It's just they don't have understanding. I feel like a person that understands you, even if they may not like you because they know, like, you're a problem for them, but at the same time they show respect, is because they have understanding. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. And I feel like in my career wise, like I'm not jumping the gun on just being somebody famous. Like that's not what I'm looking forward to, because the supporters and my fans gonna make me famous.
Right.
They gonna do
That's
that for me.
automatic. That will
That's
come.
automatic. I'm that's not what I'm fighting for. Like I'm not fighting. I'm not making music and all that to be famous, for everybody to see me and be that person that everybody going crazy. Nah, bro. That's not what I make music for. I make music because I enjoy music. I make music because it's something I'm going through. I make music because I have to feed my supporters and my fans. And at the end of the day, their job is to make me famous. Not really a job, but more so like if they support me, they're going. It's going to happen.
It comes with
it's automatically.
That's not what you're seeking.
And exactly. And that's just me, bro. And I can't change that. Like, I can't be that person, man. Like, I can't, man.
Yeah.
It's not in my heart. My heart is just who I am.
That is a great way to have a peace of mind, is knowing the difference between a hater and someone who's ignorant or uninformed.
Right.
That is, can I just tell you how important that is?
Yeah.
And I think that comes with growth. And it just shows that you have empathy and even compassion.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I was actually, not that I was surprised, but I felt like the exchange conversation between you and Kodak Black, I felt like someone else could have took it to a different level, and you didn't.
Yeah.
You were just very, hey, matter of fact, is this part of the growth? Is it learning not to attack, or is it more like, hey, let me reel this in? Because it was a very intense moment.
Right.
And I think, not that you were trying to, like, you know, sweep it under the rug, but it definitely, you diffused it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. To a point where it didn't have to be as acknowledgeable as a lot of people made it seem. I was more so on the defense of just knowing, like, maybe homie, you know, maybe somebody need to talk to homie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, to me, this wasn't like people want to instigate and make things bigger than what it is a lot of times, and not really have an understanding of what's going on. I'm quite sure if Kodak Black was to see me, we'll have a conversation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I never felt like it was any harm in the track. I more so said something about people that kept mentioning it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what he was doing. He music. You know what I mean? But everything he did after that, that's on him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's that. But, like, I didn't take it to offense, because I would have said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I you know what I mean? I done said things in songs that a lot of people ain't even hear yet about
well, we'll see it in her story.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just part of, you know, hip hop is a part of just being competitive and saying certain things. So I'm at a point, man, I don't stoop down to certain things where people feel like they need to make this more than what it is. Like me, I'm the type of person, I'm more level-headed, and I keep it pushing, man. I'm too focused on what I need to do for Young and Me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if I put too much attention and acknowledgement in something somebody said, then it takes away from me.
Yes.
Like, I'm
you
a
gotta
brand,
protect your
man.
space.
I'm a brand. And the best, like they said, a wise man once said, nothing.
And it's respect, right? It's about, I got to respect myself in this space to protect myself.
Right.
I think sometimes people think pulling back is shunned upon, but sometimes it's just,
like you soft or something.
yeah, it's like,
Like
nah.
you ain't, and that's y'all weird out there, man.
Like,
For
no,
real,
sometimes
like
it's
y'all
just-
don't understand. A lot of these little, they don't understand certain things, man. Like they think it's being a punk to not attack situations or step to certain situations, but just letting it go and not acknowledging it and ignoring it and moving forward makes you a punk. And that's what's like kind of weird in this situation. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like don't play with me. Like, I'm official.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just set that record straight first and foremost. Like, I never been no pussy, no punk, nobody you can just run over. Like, that's never been the case. Anybody that know me know that for a fact. And they know how I move. I'm from Brooklyn. Like, my family from Brooklyn. Ain't no games out here. But at the end of the day, we smart. And we out here making money now. It's a whole nother situation. It's not like we got, you know what I mean? We ain't got nothing to lose type vibes. Like,
there's a high stake.
There's
a
lose now.
There's a lot at stake
and
here.
we grown. We're not
Right.
stupid. That's the difference. We're not stupid. And a lot of these not even the youngest have to grow to know. They don't know yet. They still young. Like, when I was young, I had to still learn. But like people my age and older, like, Come on,
You
man.
know, you know better. You know better.
Like you know better, man.
You're gonna do great things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because this wisdom, this energy is, how do I say it? It takes you different places past just, you know, what you thought you were on track to do, right? It takes you different places, and it's just going to be growing for you.
That's what we doing.
I really hope to see you in the Set It Off remake.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so funny story. So you heard that Issa Rae is going to be remaking the Set It Off movie.
I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I heard that.
I think the stars are lined up.
How you doing?
Yes.
Wait, this camera. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I done seen comments. Like, I'm seeing people tell me I need to be in it. I done seen the meme. I posted the meme. Like, it's all over the place. Listen, if y'all don't hit my peoples, y'all playing. Y'all want a remake, y'all gonna get the remake with me.
Exactly. So it's funny how this happened, because earlier in the year, your fan was basically putting their idea of what a great remake of Set It Off would be. It was you. I think Tiana Taylor was in the photo. There was different people in it.
Yeah.
And
Kiki
you had
Palmer.
shared it.
Yeah.
And now there's a remake of Set It Off. Set It Off is definitely...
Yo, I said this.
This is what I'm saying.
I said, why all of a sudden, after because when I shared the post, it went viral.
Yes.
It was sizzling, but I just put it in my story, and I didn't even say nothing. I just put the eyes emoji. That's it. They took that and was like, consider being in the set. I didn't even say all that. I just put the eyes. But you know the blogs, they take it and be like, Young and May said she'll do it. And it went viral.
Do it.
But I would, absolutely, yeah. And it went crazy.
Yes.
It went stupid viral.
I
And
hope it happens.
Now, you know what I mean? I'm listening. All I'm gonna say is, if y'all don't pick me, y'all gonna be sorry. And y'all don't even know I got acting coming. Like, y'all don't even know what I've been doing behind closed doors.
It. No,
y'all think I'm not out here acting? Come on.
I know you're working.
This is what I do. I done said this in interviews plenty of times. Like, besides rapping, acting was my go-to.
Right.
Like, I used to produce. Like, I used to be 15, 14, 13 behind the camcorder, writing films, writing scripts, and acting. And I used to do that.
This I do know.
Listen, let them know.
This needs to happen.
She said it.
This needs to happen.
She said it.
I just feel it would be perfect. And, it has to be legit because it's such a classic. I'm real
so it's pressure.
nervous with remakes. But Issa Rae will come through, and I feel like she is very in tune with the people, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure she gonna call. I'm sure she gonna call. Hello. How you doing? How you doing? Right here, waiting for you. Queen Latifah braids. I need it. I got them already. She already got the hair. Now you gotta do no work. I got the hair. All y'all gotta do is cover my tats.
That's it.
But that's easy. I'm
and
here.
even then,
with the cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is just the beginning.
This is the beginning, man. I just said that to my road manager. I just was saying, they don't even know. This is just the beginning. Like, we not even nowhere near done. Like 2019, I'm not letting nobody shine. I'm letting y'all know that now. In this radio station, everybody, it's over for everybody. I'm not stopping. I'm on a next hard body.
And I believe it, and I'm excited for you.
Let's go.
You could tell the energy, this moment you've been working so hard for. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited for you and everything that you have going on. And I love that you support your lady. This is so the best. Healthy place. It's all, upward from here.
Yeah, and stay independent, man. I'm about to teach y'all how to stay independent. So pay attention.
Yes.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello.
That's how we going.
Thank you so much for coming by today. Yes.